Welcome to Greenlee Library. My name is Danielle Apfelbaum, and I'm the Scholarly Communication Librarian. Today I'll be showing you resources and strategies that will help you as you craft your research proposal for SMT 370. Let's get started. By the end of today's session, you will be able to navigate to and access resources at the Thomas D. Greenlee Library homepage, develop a manageable topic by applying the strategy of exploratory searching and utilizing the 5 W's technique, execute effective book, ebook, article, and statistics searches utilizing keywords and filters, define plagiarism and identify strategies for avoiding plagiarism, and create end-of-text and in-text citations in APA format. The library homepage is the gateway to all of Greenlee Library's subscription resources. Getting here is easy. Just begin by navigating to your MyFSC dashboard. Once you have arrived at your dashboard, click Library in your vertical menu. From here, you will be able to access the library homepage. I recommend navigating to the Sport Management Research Guide, which has been carefully curated with specific resources to support sport management students and provides access to the resources I'll be highlighting in this video today. Just click Research Guides, then Sport Management, and you'll arrive at the Sport Management Research Guide. I'll also provide a link in the video description below. Before we dive into the databases, let's take a look at locating books and ebooks in our catalog. Once you've navigated to the library homepage, you can use the search field in the center of the page to enter your keywords. When searching for books and ebooks, we can start simple. For instance, let's say we're interested in learning more about sports marketing. We can just type in sports marketing. At first, the number of results might seem overwhelming, but we can make our search more manageable in just a few clicks. First, navigate to the material type filter. Expand the filter if it's collapsed and select Books. Then, expand the availability filter. If you prefer only ebooks, click Available Online. If you prefer only print books, click Held by Library. If you don't have a preference, you can skip this filter. Next, expand the publication date filter. We have materials going back quite a while in our collection, and some older resources may not be suitable for your research. If you're not researching the historical aspects of a topic and using these older materials as primary sources, we recommend limiting the publication date limiter to materials published within the last 5 to 10 years. Select your preferred date range and click Refine. As you scroll, you may see the following. Available online means that the text is an ebook. This can be accessed anywhere from your device by clicking Available Online and then clicking the link under Full Text Availability. Reserve Circulation Desk means that the text is a required textbook for a current course. It can be checked out for use in the library for 2 hours at a time, but may not be taken out of the building. To request the text, please go to the circulation desk and let our staff know the course for which the text has been put on reserve and the title. Finally, circulating stacks means that this text is available in the lower level of the library. It can be checked out for the duration of the semester if needed. The library uses the Library of Congress classification system to organize our books. This will tell you which book stack contains your book and where on the shelf it is located. If you have any difficulty navigating the Library of Congress classification system, just ask a librarian at the reference desk and we'll be happy to help you locate the book for which you are looking. Each record also contains helpful tools. When you click a title, you will have the option to create an end-of-text citation in your preferred format by clicking Citation. While citation generators can be incredibly helpful, it's important to remember that they aren't always perfect. Always be sure to double-check your citation using a style guide. I'll be providing a few helpful templates at the end of our presentation so that you can quickly and easily spot errors in the generated citations and correct them. I'll also leave links to additional resources in the video description below. Today we're going to look at 3 databases: Academic Search Complete, ABI Inform Global, and Statista. But before we do, we're going to discuss the importance of refining and narrowing your topic as you do your searching. We started our search for books and ebooks very broadly. That's because the amount of material we can search across for books and ebooks is relatively limited. At most, we're looking at summaries and tables of contents. However, in this database, We have the ability to search a variety of metadata as well as the full text of articles, so we need to refine our search if we don't want to get overwhelmed. This means narrowing our topic. As you read background resources, abstracts, and other materials, think about the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. This will help you refine your focus. However, you don't have to use them all. Some will be more relevant than others depending upon your area of interest. Here's how we might walk through this strategy for our topic of interest. Since sports marketing is too broad as a topic, we want to get specific about what aspect of this topic interests us. Maybe it's a particular strategy, or medium, or marketing for a specific sport. For this example, let's say we're interested in sports marketing as it pertains to basketball. Our topic is still a little bit too broad, so we could ask ourselves who, in terms of this particular topic, are we interested in studying? That is, what population connected with this topic are we most interested in researching? So, to specify further, we could say that we are interested in women's basketball teams. Now, depending on our topic, we might also want to specify a time period. For instance, maybe we're interested in the marketing of women's basketball players during World War II or during post-pandemic times. We don't have a time period of interest in this case, so we're actually just going to skip this one. Where asks us to consider what geographical, virtual, or contextual context is most relevant to our topic. We could explore marketing of women's basketball teams via digital or print media, or since women's basketball is played around the world, we could focus on this topic in a specific location. In this case, we'll look at the marketing of women's basketball in the US. Finally, why you're interested in a topic can provide a way to narrow the topic as well. For instance, if I want to understand the marketing of women's basketball in the US, it might be because I'm interested in understanding what the literature says about what tactics are working and the barriers that are preventing certain tactics from working. So, by using the 5 W's, I can go from an incredibly broad topic, such as sports marketing, to a very researchable topic, such as current practices in marketing women's basketball in the United States, challenges and opportunities. But one more thing before we start searching in the databases. Database searching can be tricky because it's all about the keywords. Sometimes, different authors use different terms to describe the same ideas and concepts. If we're not searching for those variations, we might miss out on relevant research. So when possible, we think about the related terms we can use to narrow down our search before we start to search. For instance, we might find research related to marketing by using the terms advertising or promoting or promotion or print marketing or digital marketing. We might find research related to women's basketball by also using the terms WNBA or Women's National Basketball Association. And finally, we might find information about our geographical location, the United States, by using the terms US or USA or even North America. Now, you might be wondering why the word "or" is in capital letters between the terms in each of the boxes. When looking for similar terms in the database, we'll place the Boolean operator "or" between them to let the database know that we'll take any or all of the terms between which "or" appears. We use the Boolean operator "and" between different keywords or groups of similar keywords to tell the database that we want the terms between which "and" appears to appear together in our search results. If this sounds a little confusing, don't worry. It'll make sense once we start searching in the databases. Now that we've gotten a start narrowing our topic and generating keywords, we'll navigate from the Sport Management Research Guide to Academic Search Complete, a multidisciplinary database that is great for locating scholarly articles. Once here, we'll start by adding in 2 relevant databases. By clicking Choose Databases above the search fields, we can add in Business Source Complete and Business Abstracts with full text. Now, we can enter our keywords. In the first search field, we'll put advertising or marketing. In the second search field, we'll put women's basketball or WNBA. And in the third field, we'll put United States or North America. By putting or between similar terms and between each group of terms, we're telling the database to find any of the terms in the first field combined with any of the terms from the second field combined with any of the terms from the third field. So it's like we're doing several searches at once. In order to ensure our search is limited to scholarly and academic works, we'll use the filters on our sidebar to narrow our search using the peer-reviewed limiter, and we will also limit to academic journals. With only a few clicks, we've narrowed down our search significantly. However, please note that you have additional filters on your sidebar. Depending on your search, some will be more applicable than others, so I recommend testing out the filters as you go. You can always undo them if they're not working out. Once you are happy with your search, you can create a permanent link to your search so that you can return to it without having to type in your keywords and reset your filters over and over again. Just click Share, copy the permalink, and save it in your preferred bookmarking system. When you have located an article you'd like to read, click the title. On the right side of the page, you'll have a number of tools. First, you have the citation button. When you click Cite, you have the option to generate an end-of-text citation for the article in your preferred format. Just scroll down to your preferred style, copy, and paste. Remember, database-generated citations are not always correct, so be sure to check it against a style guide. You also have the option to generate a permalink. This will generate a stable link that will bring you back to the article in this database. Just click Permalink, copy the permanent link, and save it in your preferred bookmarking system. If you use the generic URL in the address bar for either the article or your search, this link will expire. So be sure to save the permalink in order to return to this page in the future. On the left, you will see your access options for the article. If a PDF is available, it will be located on the left side of the page. If you see Find Full Text, it means that the article may be located in another of our database subscriptions, or it might not be available as part of our offerings. However, you can make requests through interlibrary loan to access the article at no cost to you. The process is easy. Just click Find Full Text. If you're brought to the catalog and the item is not available, click Sign In, then click Interlibrary Loan. A request form will be pre-populated with all the information needed for your request, and then you can just click Request. Once our interlibrary loan has processed your request, you'll receive an email letting you know when your article is ready for viewing. ABI Inform Global is a great database for locating scholarly journal articles, reports, and market research on business-related topics. Although ABI Inform Global may look a little different from Academic Search Complete, we can use the same exact strategies to search. Once we navigate to ABI Inform Global from Sport Management Guide, we can enter our keywords just as we did in Academic Search Complete. In the first field, we'll enter advertising or marketing. In the second field, we'll enter women's basketball or WNBA. And we'll add another row and add in this field United States or North America. Then we'll check off the peer-reviewed checkbox and click Search. To make our search more manageable, we'll use our limiters. On the sidebar, we'll limit to scholarly journals. Then we'll click Enter Date Range and limit to items published within the last 5 years. Now we have a manageable list of results to browse through, but please note that you have additional filters on your sidebar. Depending on your search, some will be more relevant than others, so I recommend testing out the filters as you go. You can always undo the filters that aren't helpful. Once you are happy with your search, you can create a permanent link to your search so that you may return to your search without having to type in your keywords and reset your filters over and over again. Just click Save Share Alert, click Get Search Link, then copy the permalink and save it in your preferred bookmarking system. When you've located an article you'd like to read, click the title. On the upper right-hand side of the page, click All Options. The link appearing at the top of your options is the permalink. This is the link that will bring you back to this article in the database. Just copy the permalink, save it in your preferred bookmarking system, and you're good to go. If you use the generic URL in the address bar, it will expire, so be sure to save the permalink in order to return to this page in the future. You also have a citation button. When you click Cite, you'll have the option to generate an end-of-text citation for the article in your preferred format. Just use the drop-down menu and scroll to your preferred style and copy. Remember, database-generated citations are not always correct, so be sure to check it against a style guide. From here, you'll also have the option to download the PDF of the article, if available. Finally, you may find Statista helpful. This database contains statistics on a number of topics. Once we navigate to Statista from the Sport Management Research Guide, we can enter our keywords, but we'll revise our strategy and start a bit broader, as there may not be a statistical set that exactly matches our topic of interest. So we'll start with women's basketball. When we found a data set we're interested in viewing, we can click the title to open the page. On the right side of the page, we have several options for downloading both the raw data and visuals. We also have a citation generator, which is available under Citation Formats if we click View Options. Remember, database-generated citations are not always correct, so be sure to check it against a style guide. Now that we've located sources, we need to discuss providing proper attribution. Plagiarism is using someone else's ideas, words, images, audio, video, and/or data without providing proper attribution. Plagiarism can happen intentionally, such as when you deliberately choose to present another's work as your own, but it can also happen unintentionally. For instance, when we fail to cite another's work because of human error, such as forgetting to use quotation marks around a direct excerpt or forgetting to include an in-text citation. The consequences of getting caught plagiarizing can range from failing the assignment to failing the entire course, or worse, depending on the nature and the severity of the academic integrity violation. The good news is that proper citation can help you avoid plagiarism. In this class, you're being asked to cite an APA style, so I'm going to go over the basics and provide additional resources in the video description below so you're prepared to properly attribute all of your sources. In this course, you'll be using APA citation style. So let's go through the basic citations format for your reference list. First, we have the author's last name, followed by a comma, followed by the author's first initial, followed by a period. The year in which the article was published is contained in parentheses and followed by a period. The title of the article is in sentence case, meaning you only capitalize the first letter of the first word, proper nouns, and the first letter of the first word appearing after a colon. This is followed by a period. The title of the journal in which the article was published is italicized, and unless the journal deliberately employs non-standard punctuation or capitalization, it is in title case, meaning that all words are capitalized except articles, conjunctions, and prepositions. This is followed by a comma, followed by the volume number of the publication in which the article appears, which is also italicized, and this is followed by the issue number in which the article appears. The issue number is not italicized, but it is enclosed in parentheses and is followed by a comma, which is followed by the pages on which the article appears. This is followed by a period. The final part of the citation is the Digital Object Identifier, or DOI, if available, or the permalink to the article. Although articles and databases are often accompanied by a permalink, this might be called by other names, such as a stable link, or persistent link, or permanent link. For two authors, the only difference will be that you include the last name of the first author, followed by a comma, followed by the first author's first name initial, followed by a comma, followed by an ampersand, followed by the second author's last name, followed by a comma, followed by the second author's first initial, followed by a period. For three authors, you include the last name of the first author, followed by a comma, followed by the first author's first name initial, followed by a comma, followed by the second author's last name, followed by a comma, followed by the second author's first name initial, followed by a period, followed by an ampersand, followed by the third author's last name, followed by a comma, followed by the third author's first initial, followed by a period. If you have over 20 authors, you'll include the first 19 authors using the last name, comma, first initial, comma format. After the 19th author, you'll include an ellipsis and then the author's last name, followed by the last author's first initial, followed by a period. When referencing citations in the body of your paper, you can do so either parenthetically or narratively. If you've paraphrased material without introducing the author as part of the sentence, you can use a parenthetical citation. For one author, you'll include in parentheses the author's last name, followed by a comma, and the year of publication. For two authors, you'll include both authors' last names with an ampersand in between, followed by a comma and the year of publication. For three or more authors, you'll use only the first name author's last name, followed by the phrase et al., followed by a comma, and the year of publication. In any of these formats, if you are directly quoting material, you'll follow the year with a comma and the page or page numbers from which the material has been excerpted. Sometimes it makes more sense to introduce the author or authors as part of the sentence. In this case, if you're introducing one author, you'll include the year of publication in parentheses immediately following the author's last name. Unlike parenthetical citation, when introducing two authors, you will write the word "and" rather than using an ampersand between the two authors' last names. You'll include the year of publication in parentheses immediately following the second author's last name. If you have three authors, you'll introduce the first named author's last name, followed by the phrase et al., and you'll include the year of publication in parentheses immediately following the phrase et al. When introducing the author or authors before quoting a work, you'll include the page number for the quoted material following the excerpt. Since many of the elements just discussed are similar, we won't go through the book and ebook chapter format step by step, but I've also included this template for you to refer to if you also incorporate an ebook or book chapter into your research proposal. Finally, it's important to remember that even though you can replay this video, you can also get personal assistance from a librarian if you encounter any issues along the way. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday from 7:45 a.m. to 11 p.m., Fridays from 7:45 p.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. This, of course, doesn't include closures for inclement weather and/or holidays, so please be sure to always check the library homepage for the most up-to-date hours or give us a call before you visit. We're also available by phone and email. Whether you need assistance finding or citing sources, please don't hesitate to let us know how we can help.